have been many a time when I've had to walk into contentious student support group meetings that involved having to tear my hair out about reinforcing the principles of competence, the principles of giving my son the opportunity to learn, going to the Victorian Equal Opportunity and Human Rights Commission to assert what my son needed for his learning. And all throughout that time, I've always had parent support advocates from Star Victoria guiding me and being a shoulder to lean on.
Being able to live independently, because the thing that worried Alison and I is what happens when we're not here, you know. And for us to be here like this and to see him happily in independent living and doing very well, it makes us feel terrific. And you're right, because we can now, we go away, we do whatever we want, which we sort of did anyway, but now doesn't matter what happens to us, he's set.
People take one look at them and decide it's too hard. Or, as I recently heard, if you turn up and can't get up the stairs where the panel is, they decide not to come downstairs and interview you, but send you away. The major thing is the presumption that the person can't do the job, or they look funny, sound funny, and or will take a lot of resources to help them make the job because clearly they're incompetent. That's the way they look. It's prejudice, fear, and laziness.
What's fundamental, I think, is that people with a disability live their lives free of abuse and neglect. If they're receiving services, if they're in the street, anywhere, all of us, we deserve the respect as individuals, as community members, and so do people with a disability, and they should not be abused and neglected either in services, in any service, or in the community. And that, for me, is a fundamental about this personal safety. We all need our personal safety, and that applies particularly to people with disability because it's often put at risk by others, and it shouldn't be.
On our views, and I'm not talking from child protection's point of view, they're removing because of our disabilities. Often there's been no abuse to the child, there's been no threats, nothing to the child, so that's why we're left to think it must be our disability, because there's no other reason why it could be.
It can be absolutely daunting for people who are starting out because they don't know where to start, and there's actually not a lot of guidance before you actually have your first meeting. So I think that's a real role of STAR, is in the advocacy for people who are preparing for a plan, to know how to set their goals, what do you actually need to do. You need to sit down and decide on perhaps 2 or 3 areas that are really, really important to you and things that you want to achieve. And then the rest of it is how you want to achieve that.